Hi, I'm Jackie Bender in for Danny Ecker with your Chicago Business Today Midday Report. After today, construction on the Ritz Carlton Residences on Michigan Avenue will once again come to a standstill. A court hearing to address the battle between the building developers and the landowner have resulted in a freeze on construction and further delay for the residents hoping to move into the nearly completed luxury high-rise. Joining me now is Crain's real estate reporter Micah Maidenberg. Micah, tell me about what decisions were made in court today.
So this morning, Judge Mary Mikva lifted a temporary restraining order that she entered on Monday that allowed workers for two of the retailers, Tommy Bahama and Loft, to get into retail spaces that will be owned by the Terra Foundation of American Art. Last Friday, the developers of the Ritz Residences, a company called Prism Development here in Chicago, had locked out the construction workers in this kind of series of ongoing disputes both sides have.
Now, what is the underlying source of the conflict between the landowner and the developers, and are they making progress in resolving it?
Sure. So just a little history. In 2005, Terra, which owns the land here, and Prism agreed to do this big redevelopment whereby Prism would build the Ritz Carlton Residences and sell the condos, and Terra would get office space and ground and second floor retail space in the building. Again, this is at 664 North Michigan Avenue. That's what we're talking about. The broader dispute that both sides are sort of still locked in is whether Prism, again, who's building the building, has sufficiently completed the construction on Terra's office and retail space. Prism says it's met all of its obligations on that front. Terra disagrees, and that's sort of driving the dispute.
And Micah, you mentioned the tenants, the retailers on the ground floor. Tell me about how they're going to be affected by all of this.
Well, the retailers are kind of keeping a low profile so far, not really entering the fray. But Terra's concern is that if the construction workers can't get into the spaces and build out the stores, the retailers will choose to exit the leases that they've signed. Prism disputes that, but the foundation again is just concerned that they're going to lose these retailers if construction doesn't go forward. So, not having Judge Mikva lift this restraining order, allowing the construction workers access to the spaces was definitely a victory for Prism today.
Okay, well, thank you for being here, Micah.
Thanks, Jackie.